Hello, I'm Dr. Varshi Broumand from South Texas Renal Care Group here in San Antonio, Texas.
Hi, and I'm Lorena Kaplen, a registered dietitian with HEB Nutrition Services.
And today we're going to talk about a specific aspect of management of hypertension, which would include a DASH diet, which is very helpful to our patients in management of their high blood pressure or hypertension.
Yeah, so the DASH diet is an acronym. It stands for Dietary Approach to Stopping Hypertension. And so this is basically making sure that the foods that you're picking aren't contributing to increased blood pressure. So there are foods that we can take a look at, particularly including into our diet, like fresh fruits and vegetables. But we also really focus on what we should be excluding, which is going to be high sodium items. And even things that are higher in saturated fats. So we really limit those. And so there's a lot of really great recommendations that we can give folks to replace what they're currently doing. You know, you'll hear our dietitians talk a lot about sodium sources and where to find them and where to make sure you are replacing them to. So I'll always point you to the right direction as far as where sodium can be found less in, like for no salt added foods. That's a good example. But it really is more about bringing in these fresh items so that you are eating things that are naturally low in sodium to begin with. And so just depending on what you currently eat right now, we'll make recommendations. And the DASH diet has a lot of really great resources for recipes and things that you are normally cooking on a daily basis to give you those recommendations. But our dietitians can certainly talk about that approach to help with hypertension and give you those recommendations. And we know that this diet does work. It is one that is going to be something scientifically proven that we know it works.
I completely agree. And on my end as a clinician, 10, 15 years ago, I would just give the patients a pamphlet and say, hey, follow this diet. But now my colleagues at HEB Nutrition and the local HEB leaders have recognized there's a tremendous need for education in this space. So we actually have a form that we fill out and we refer our patients to our HEB dietitians, and they can get a world of education when it comes to diet so they can help improve their health.
One thing a lot of patients don't know about our program as well is that we accept most major insurances. So our dietitians are providers. That allows us to bill this to insurance. And so many times this is a covered benefit in your insurance and you're not aware. So give us a call. We can actually run your insurance to see what type of coverage you have, or we'll take it from your referring provider and then just look at get the referral also looked at to see if it's something that you are eligible for, which many times patients are, especially with renal issues. That is the #1 covered diagnosis for nutrition education.
And that's very important and helpful because, again, 10 years ago, this was not available to us. So I think it's a tremendous service because frequently as physicians, first of all, we don't have the nutritional knowledge that you do. Secondly, we are always battling with scant resources or unavailable resources. So this is a very refreshing resource that you provide, and I think a tremendous service to the community.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. And it really means a lot to us to be able to do coordinated care also with your folks, because they are great.
Absolutely. Much appreciated. Thank you.